Alright. You two are following in the footsteps of two film legends. How does it feel for you?
We're very lucky, actually. Yeah, we've got big shoes to fill. I think John Travolta and what Olivia Newton-John did those characters was amazing, because we still look back at that now and think how cool were they, and if I'm a slither of how charismatic and how cool and charming John Travolta was as Danny, I think I'll be onto a winner. But we're also very excited to kind of discover who our own characters are as well during the rehearsal period, who my Danny is and who your Sandy is as well.
Yeah, it's also really exciting because everyone already loves the musical. We all know it, we all love it, so we've kind of got people on our side from the start, we hope, and we can all just have a party together, because who doesn't love the original movie?
Exactly.
And have you ever been on stage together, or it's the first time?
No, we only met each other about a month ago now?
Yeah.
Or 4 weeks ago. So we're just very excited to, we've done a few press events now. We've sang. What's the song we sang?
You think we'd remember the amount of times we sang it?
You're the one that I won.
You're the one that I won.
I was going to say we go together. We've sang You're the One That I Won quite a few times now, but that's the only song that we've sang together. So we're really looking forward to going into rehearsals and discovering, who our Danny and Sandy are together, and being able to, sing the songs together for the first time. But it's so far so good. Yeah. I'm very lucky to be working alongside Lottie. Yeah.
Same here.
Very nice. And what's your connection to the movie? What loves you about them?
For me, it was when I was a kid. I was part of a dance school, and they did a production of Grease. And the dance teacher said to me, "You need to go and watch the film." I was only 6 years old, so at 6, I don't remember having seen Grease. She said, "Go and see John Travolta in Grease, the movie." So I said, "Okay." So I asked my mom, I said, "Have you got the video?" It was a VHS tape. We put it on. She's seen it so many times, so she had to rewind it all the way back to the beginning. But then I remember seeing that about 2 or 3 times and thinking, wow, he is so cool. And my parents had seen it at the cinema when it first came out in 1976, was it? And seen it multiple times in the cinema. So that was the first time I'd seen the show, the movie. So to be playing the character now, all these years later, I'm very, very lucky. So yeah.
I think I just don't remember a time where I didn't know what Grease was. Like, I feel like I was just born, I was like, yeah, I know every single song, of course. Like, it just feels like it was in my brain immediately.
Oh, those karaoke nights.
Yeah, well, this is the thing. It's my singing in the shower. When I'm singing in the shower, I'm belting Hopelessly Devoted to You out, singing at karaoke. So now I get to do it and perform it to people, and not just at like a karaoke place. That'd be amazing.
You're going to sing it properly now.
I know.
Have you a favorite song?
Mine is We Go Together, I think, but I do not know any of the words yet, so I keep trying to sing it and I'm like, Rama Lama Lama Ding 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 Dong. I just think it's so jolly and so fun, and it's such a nice bit where like everyone comes together and it's just having a good time, which is all you can ask for.
Mine is Grease is the Word. It's one of the first songs in the show, and I remember going to see the show, different productions of it in London and on tour, and whenever I hear that song, it's so early on. It's like, if it's not Sandy, then it's that one that opens the show, and it's the first big production number with the whole cast, and we kind of get drawn into 1959. We see the costumes for the first time. We see the cast for the first time. We're like, okay, wow, this is Grease. Grease is the word.
And what's your favorite scene?
For me, it is, in the musical, it's a bigger deal than in the movie. It's when Sandy decides, I'm going to have this big transformation. Because there's a really beautiful song where she's like, these people don't see the real me. I feel like I need to sort of show them who I really am. And she feels empowered enough to sort of make that big change. And I think we're going to really make it clear that Sandy's changing for herself in this version and not just to please a man. But yeah, it's such a beautiful song and such a nice moment in the show, and you really feel her feel strong for the first time, which is a beautiful thing to see.
I think for me it would probably be Grease Lightning. There's something, that scene going into Grease Lightning, having that sort of, that banter with the lads, and that's something I'm really looking forward to in rehearsals as well, because it's not something that just happens, overnight. And having that time together and being able to build up that sort of rapport with each other, I think that's going to be really good fun. Either that, or I think when Sandy leaves Danny in the driving, stranded in the driving.
So dramatic, I love it.
Probably that one as well. I think that's going to be really good fun. I'm just excited to see the set as well, and how when we see the set for the first time, how it's going to tie it all in together. I think that's going to be good fun. Yeah.
Very nice. And the movie plays end of the 50s. What defines the flair of the 50s for you?
I just think the style, the fashion, like, I mean, we're in a beautiful American diner right now. There's something about this Americana that everyone is just drawn to. It's so, like, the women are so glamorous, always wearing, like, big poofy dresses, which is so fun, loving it. And everyone just sort of looked cool all the time, at least from photos. That's what it looked like. The music, the style, everything about it was so unique, and I think it's like unmatched in terms of like coolness.
Yes, we were really lucky yesterday as well because we got to take photos in a 1950s retro Buick car, and seeing this car roll up for the first time. One, to see one that's still on the road and driving is one thing, but it's so big. It was so cool, and I just thought, wow, can you imagine like everyone driving around in those sort of cars, like. So cool.
And
so
everyone
cool.
was just like taking photos walking past. It's so funny. Everyone's like, oh my gosh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Like everyone has this sort of love for the 50s no matter what generation you're from, I think, which is really cool.
I can't imagine, 50 years on from now or 60 years on from now, people taking pictures of my old Vauxhall Corsa.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to be the same. Something like that. That's what I mean. It's so timeless though, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, it's, and to be able to look back on that and think, wow, it's really, yeah. I can't wait to go back and get transported back in time and do that, yeah.
And a lot of rock and roll is in the movie. Do you know how to dance rock and roll before?
Not for me. I think it's going to be something that I'm going to have to be taught.
I think you could give a bit of. You said you did Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, when I was
I think
6.
he's being modest.
Yeah. I think when we start rehearsals, we're going to kind of explore that, and I'm sure there's going to be some better than others. But
there's going to be some swing dancing in it, though. I think as well.
Yeah.
Like when we go to the prom, and then there's the whole big dance competition. There's going to be a lot of like partner work, which is something amazing about the 50s as well. People used to just meet up and dance with each other, and everyone could dance. Like that was normal. That's crazy. So I think that'll be like a big part of it. I don't know if I can swing dance yet, but hopefully by the end of rehearsals.
Well, you're going to be my partner, so
yeah, I hope so.
We have a little bit time.
Yeah,
exactly. We got time.
End of December.
Exactly. We've got time to perfect it. Yeah. We'll have to go to extra classes.
I know.
And I think you need a good physical form for the musical. How do you prepare this?
I think there's a stamina that musical theatre performers build over the years. Depending on what shows that they do, it's really important to be able to make it seem effortless, that you can sing this big number, whatever it is, but also be dancing at the same time. And I think that's going to be a big challenge for me especially. I think it's, I'm coming from a show where I haven't been doing as much dancing, and I'm going into a show that's very dance heavy and very singing heavy as well. So I need to be able to find a really good balance to be able to do all three really, really well, because obviously you've got to be able to act, sing and dance as well as as good as each other. So that's going to be a challenge for me, I think, but it's also something that I can't wait to do, because it's something that I used to do a lot when I was a lot younger as well. Now I'm doing it again after having 3 years of purely doing an acting show. It's going to be a challenge, but I can't wait.
I've been working in the shop, so I've been doing even less. So it's definitely one of those things. I think repetition is one of the biggest parts of it, though. Like every day we'll have a big company warm up together and sort of do our fitness stuff there, but it's just like getting into it. It's going to be intense, I think, the first couple of weeks, but the more we do it, it'll hopefully feel like clockwork. Fingers crossed.
Very nice. And the musical stops in a lot of German cities and Austria and
Switzerland,
right? Have you ever appeared a musical role outside of the UK or Scotland?
Outside the UK, I have not in. I've done a production in Cyprus, and I've also done a production in Hong Kong. But I've never been to sort of Germany. I actually did one performance of Mamma Mia in Berlin, actually, so I lie.
Really?
I lie, I did actually do that. So, I've been racking my brains now, that's just come over here. We did a corporate gig, which was for, I think it was for Booking.com or something like that. It was a German company anyway, and they hired the cast of Mamma Mia, and we came out and we did a corporate gig out in Berlin. So that's the first time I've been to Berlin. But other than that, I've not been to anywhere else. So it's the first time in Bremen, in Hamburg, in Munich, and I'm so excited to be able to come here with the show and do all the touristy things as well.
I've never been to any of these countries until now, so I'm just so excited. I haven't seen like anything, so I've been looking online at like things to do and stuff. I've only performed in England thus far, but I'm excited to expand my horizons. Yeah.
Venture out.
Yeah.
Do you see that as a challenge to perform in German countries?
I'm quite excited about it because I've heard so much about theatre in Germany, and apparently it's like people love it and it's incredible here. So I think it's nice to know that we're going places where they
it's
have
respected and
they have such a love for performing. So I feel like we've really got them on our side. I downloaded Duolingo. I'm trying to learn. Not very good yet, but I'll keep going.
Lottie's a lot better than me though.
I'm giving it a go. So I think the most difficult bit is I'll want to like talk to people and I'm like, I can't speak your language, I'm so sorry. Because I really want to be able to sort of talk to people at stage door and stuff like that. But it's been good so far. We're very lucky that everyone has been so lovely that we've met.
And you will be away from home a lot of months, a half year.
Yeah, 6 months. Yeah.
Have you already made preparation for visit home?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I've actually got people coming out here. So you know, when I got the role, we knew that we were going to be spending Christmas in Munich. So you know, I've got family coming out, and we all know about the famous German markets, Christmas markets. And I was like, okay, now's your time. You need to be able to do this. You know, when am I going to be working in Germany? Who knows? So they're all coming out to Munich, and we're going to have Christmas out there. So, but then I will go home. We've got some vacations, haven't we? Later on in sort of February and March time. Sorry. So we will go home then at some point. Yeah.
I've got some friends and family coming. Like my mum's coming on the very first night, which will be amazing, and then my dad's going to come at the very last night, I think. But yeah, I'm spending my birthday and Christmas away this year, which I've never ever done because my birthday is 2 days before. But it's nice that I'll have the cast around me to celebrate, because normally my birthday being 2 days before Christmas, no one comes to my parties, so now everyone's gonna have to because we'll be here. But no, I definitely will plan a little trip home to Glasgow to see my mum and my family and stuff, which will be really nice.
Which German city are you most looking forward to?
Oh, we're not going to upset anyone here, are we?
Say Hamburg.
Say Hamburg, guys.
We
drove through Hamburg last night, didn't we? And everyone was saying it's such what was it? Lion King has been there for what, 25 years, 30 years, something like this. And I was like, wow, I didn't know that. I didn't realize theatre was as big in Hamburg as what it was. And there's been productions of Tarzan and Hercules out here as well. So that for me, I think Hamburg's going to be definitely up there. Munich looked amazing yesterday, didn't it?
Yeah. For me, Berlin, because I've never been. I've always wanted to go just to visit for like a holiday, and I was planning a visit with my dad actually this year, and then I got this job and I was like, oh well, we don't have to go there anymore, we can go somewhere else.
You've got to pay for him to take
exactly. But I'm excited to sort of explore there, because I think tourism wise there'll be a lot for me to sort of learn about the history and all that stuff, which is really exciting.
Very nice. And why should people definitely see the musical? What do you think?
It's the Grease that everyone knows and loves, the story and the music, but it's a brand new production with a new set and a brand new cast, which is going to be very high energy and exhilarating. So I think come and see it for a sing-along, and we can't wait to see you in all these amazing cities.
It's going to be a big party. We want you up on your feet dancing by the end. I think everyone already loves it, so just come and have a party with us.
Yeah, of course.
I can't wait.
Okay.